Good morning. I'm going to talk to you today about the profiles of sales managers on the popular online platform LinkedIn. My question is this: how to sell yourself in the age of online social platform? I'm studying for this communication an initial database of 100 profiles. My project aims to collect 400, and it appears that sales professionals do not always know how to value their online profile. I want to show that both the design, what I call the yin facet, and the content, the yang facet of their profile may be improved to better promote their online presence. Both literature and practice show that social media have become a must for executive recruitment. A whole body of management literature shows that social media have created new forms of online intermediation on the labor market. This new era is marked by many ambivalences, which the metaphor of yin and yang illustrates well by combining opposites and paradoxes. For example, people have a mix of passive and active attitudes, using these tools between a pull approach, attracting an audience, and a push approach, prospecting their targets. The importance of factors related to the content of the profile, professional experience, diplomas, specialty, etc., or to the design, photo, brief description, recommendations, the size of the network, and so on, is not well known. Of course, you can read more about this point in the paper. But the point here is this one. We all know sales managers who are active on online platforms such as LinkedIn or Twitter. They seek to improve their visibility and credibility with several audiences. Their clients or partners, on the one hand, and recruiters or potential future employers to further their careers on the other. And we can observe that they don't always know how to use these tools properly. In fact, why do they use these platforms? Do they want to sell more on behalf of their current company, or do they want to sell themselves for a future employer? The literature in sales management talks more on the first question. Anyway, there is an important need nowadays for a personal content marketing strategy for sales managers themselves. This is why I want to study how sales managers use the LinkedIn platform to promote themselves. We want to identify the credibility criteria of these profiles, which are related to the design of the platform or to the content of each profile. We use here a mixed methodology. We have been deploying an ethnographic approach on LinkedIn for many months now in groups dedicated to sales management. Then we collected several hundred profiles of sales managers from the largest LinkedIn group dedicated to this profession, Sales Best Practices, which gathers close to 400,000 members now. 100 profiles are reprocessed and analyzed for this paper, and I'm continuing, of course, the analysis of all these data. 3/4 are men, nearly half in the US, the rest living in 28 other countries. They have significant experience, including in their current position, and their educational backgrounds are varied. Many have regional rather than national or international roles. We studied 4 variables specific to a LinkedIn profile: the number of subscribers, the use of a portrait, a picture, the number of recommendations on the skills filled in and the type of skills, and the personal description, number of words and content. For these variables as well, diversity is the good word. They range from 10 to 37,000 subscribers. A large proportion of people do not use a good portrait even though it is their personal showcase and they know how to sell. They are sales managers. 15 people endorse the most valued skills, a bit less for the others, but ranging from 0 to 93 endorsements by their networks of contact. And finally, they describe themselves in 73 words, sometimes in a very factual way, sometimes with a lot of passion. Now we want to know what factors influence this way of doing things. It appears that the geographical area has the most impact. North Americans on LinkedIn seems to be more experienced than Europeans or people from other areas. They value their skills better through recommendations and use better quality portraits. The reason for this may be due to their habits in using the platform, to the fact that they may be in a more competitive culture, or the fact that they often talk about proven results in their description. The number of subscribers is influenced by 3 factors: the length of the work experience, the gender, and the date of the last degree. Of course, the longer the experience, the bigger the network. And men sound to be more active than women on that aspect. Finally, the individual's description of their career is directly influenced by their degree level, work experience, and gender. People with a bachelor's degree talk more about themselves and are much more emphatic. And women have a more subtle approach to their communication, being more concise and less romantic about their experience and performance. As a conclusion, this research aims to contribute to a better understanding of the use of social media platforms by sales managers. It shows the influence of their profile's formatting element, which highlight the profile's professional background and results. This represents 2 very different facets of an online profile, neither of which can be neglected. Otherwise, they perceive the credibility of the professional will be greatly diminished. Naturally, we are now going to go further in this research, extending this first analysis to a larger number of sales executives and refining the influential relationships that impact a good LinkedIn profile. See you soon for new discoveries.